again, everyone. Back with you at the Pratt ARC in Brooklyn, New York for coverage of this matchup between the Lehman Lightning and the Pratt Cannoneers. Eddie Virgil here. We thank you again for joining us. As the 2-7 Lightning looking to make it 3-7 as they come into Brooklyn across the bridge to take on the Cannoneers. They are anchored, and it is not an exaggeration to say that, by number 3, the 6'4" Oscar Calderon. He is one of their starters, along with Abdoulaye Kanti, Ina Dochi, Nathaniel Maddy, Jordan Johnson, and Almir Pepik. The libero for the Lightning is Alan Abreu Esteva. And this is the starting rotation that the fourth season head coach Mickey Curtin is going with here against the Cannoneers. And again, not an exaggeration to say that this Lightning, offensively and really defensively, anchored by big number 3, the 6'4" sophomore from the Bronx in Oscar Calderon. He is nationally one of the best blockers in all of Division III play. He leads the CUNYAC by far in blocks, along with some great play from some others. And they're gonna try to make the Pratt Cannoneers 2-6. They come into this one 2 out of bounds. Will give Valley Forge the ball on a point with Drew White, a 6'7" sophomore, imposing on the floor. I mean, you can see obviously the size difference with him and the rest of the floor. That one's kept alive. Benkovsky blocked. Pratt will work with it. Mata over, trying to keep it alive, but it's going to be a kill. A very confident Pratt Cannoneers team with an early lead in their first conference matchup. Blocked, and now Valley Forge will work with it. Blanton, long. Valley Forge wants a touch. They're not going to get it called. It's going to be a point for Pratt. Blanton just a little too strong. Pratt didn't bite, according to the referees. Arturo Mata serving, floats it over, and it's in. Misjudged by Chris Brown on the back line, and it just stayed in. So a nice floater ace against that Valley Forge back row right now. And how about back-to-back aces for Arturo Mata? And he's been picking on Chris Brown, and that's going to draw a timeout from Tyler Defoe. And with that, we'll take an extended bit of a look at the visiting Valley Forge Patriots, who, speaking to Tyler Defoe pre-game, he said that this is a team that's playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. They didn't like where the preseason polls and preseason rankings had them, toward the bottom. And as I mentioned earlier, if you were here during the pregame, Valley Forge in the current statistics against their UEC counterparts, they're toward the bottom in most of the statistics. However, they are 4-6. Pratt higher than them in most statistics, but with a worse record. The 4-6 Valley Forge Patriots are coming off a big win of back-to-back wins against Penn State Schuylkill, the sister school of Penn State, along with having beaten St. Elizabeth earlier this season. So they are a team that's proven that they can win, and they can win in this division, and they can win against good teams. But the Pratt Cannoneers are coming in very dangerous as they look better and better as every matchup this season goes on. Mata serving off back-to-back kills. Pratt a point away from victory now. Match point for the Cannoneers, and they've got their guy serving in Max Wong. He's got 6 aces in this matchup against the team that gives up the most aces in the UEC. The service played up. Reese just sends it over. Free ball for Pratt. Can they win it here? Mata does it! The Cannoneers Cannoneers will open up UEC play with a win at home. Arturo Mata notching his 15th kill and clinching victory for the home team. The Pratt Cannoneers and the Valley Forge Patriots will take a 3-hour ride back home, trying to figure out just what went wrong for them in what they turned into an absolute dogfight, and they can hold their heads high knowing that they made it very difficult for the Cannoneers. However, it is still a loss for them on the record, and 0-1 they go into UEC play as they'll look to bounce back in an out-of-conference game against Lehman College.